Hello everyone, JoRaSe here, ready to get back into our Blender game project. So without further ado, let's get to it. And in our project here, we have our code that we've written up over here on the right and our game level or test level on the left. I have added this cube because the first thing we're going to do this time is add in a camera angle. And to do that, we need a cube that's in the general position we're going to be working with. So let's go ahead and get started on that code. We're going to put it in right after level load. And we want vex set. And we're going to do 2 of them. Might as well just get things set up sort of simply. Alright, the first vex set, we're going to tell it that because what a vex set does is it sets the second vector position to the first, basically overriding it. So the one we want to overwrite is camera. And we just want a position X, Y, or Z. Doesn't really matter. You can use any of them. So we're just going to go with camera.x. And now we want the actual vector. And if we look over, we can see at the bottom exactly what we need for this. We need X, Y, and Z coordinates. So we need to go to our world editor and get the position for our cube, which is going to be 0, another 0, and 640. And I chose 640 because I think that's a decent size, not size, but position away from everything. It'll give us a good view down because that's what we're going to do. And now for the second vex set, we're going to be adjusting the angle. So this time we can type in, again, camera, because we are working with camera. And let's go camera tilt, just a different rotation angle. And now we want to put in our vector. And tilt works on the Y axis. So we're going to put 0. And now we want it looking down, so that's going to be a -90. And then another 0. Alright, so that should give us a working camera. Let's save our test level and give it a run and see if it actually works. And we get a blue screen, which means this is not right. And why would it not be right? Well, sometimes you got to think about the variables you're working with. So let's try it in a different location. So let's try it in the X. That seems to have worked. So now we have our little token down there rotating. And we have a camera set up. Let's go ahead and move in our character, shall we? And let's look to give it some code as well, but let's first off just copy this, because it is a easier thing to copy all of it and then just go in and edit than it is to type everything out every single time. So we are going to be so there's the model file to be loaded. We need our vectors, and then the action. To start with, we're just going to put null, which tells it there is no action. We need to get a different vector set though. So let's come over here to the world editor. And we can use these cubes to help us figure out where we need to put things. The vector for the token, be a good idea to have that set. So it is negative 0.415, negative 96, and 96. Which didn't really do anything, did it? Nope. So let's see what we need to do here. So on this one, we're taking it barely anything. Oh, there's the reason. Okay, let's try that again now that I've figured out where I was going wrong. So this one needs to be negative 0.415, negative 96, and 96. Now it won't change anything over here until we hit apply. And now it's moved into the proper position. So now we want to copy and paste it. And this one's going to be our character. And we'll put her over here, kind of in line with it. And now we've got our positioning. So on the X, it's just going to be 0 all the way. The Y changes to 192. And the Z stays the same. So that should create our character. So let's try it. And there she is. Now she can't do anything. So let's go ahead and fix that. by writing another action. And this one's going to be a fair deal more complicated than the token rotate for obvious reasons. So let's go ahead and call this character move, or char move. And we're going to put in our brackets and a while one loop and another set of brackets. And now we want to start with some if statements. First one being if, and this is where we're going to start getting into controls on the keyboard. And the control we're going to be looking to use are the 4 arrow keys, the directional arrow keys. So the first one we're going to do is key underscore C U L. And this is going to be the left key. And I know we don't have to, but I'm going to anyway, just for old times. We want to put it in brackets. So we're going to put my.pan, and this is going to control the rotation of the character. And we want to go plus equals, and it can be any number. 3 just seems to work, but we're going to go 3 times time step. So time underscore step. And the time step, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, is the duration of the last frame cycle in ticks, or a 16th of a second. A speed multiplied by time steps gives the distance to be covered per frame, and that's what we're controlling here. For each frame, it's going to move 3 times the duration of the last frame cycle. So that covers that rotation. And let's go ahead and get the other rotation set up. So that's going to be if key underscore CUR for the right cursor key. Open up brackets, my.pan, and this one's going to be minus equals 3 times time step. And this will take it in the other direction. So let's add our wait 1 instruction and assign this action to our character model. Save the script and run it and just see if it works. So we hit the right and it rotates to the right. We hit the left and it rotates to the left. So far, so good. But we can get more than just rotation. Let's add in something to actually get it moving. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're gonna just put some comments in here. More movement to come. And let's add in some comments here so we know what we're doing. So this will be turn to the right, and this turn to the left. That way we've got everything labeled in a decent manner. All right. Yeah, I don't want to get into the other stuff just yet because it can be a bit complicated. Because the next thing we're going to be doing is making it move and at the same time animate. So I don't want to overload you guys watching with too much at one time, and I also don't want to overload myself with too much for one video. So until next time. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, right here, let's move my head over. There we go. Right here is going to be another video in the future for the next in this particular series. And over here is going to be the previous video in this series, along with a subscribe button down below it. So feel free to give that a hit, and be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. And let's see. Oh yeah, be sure to leave a comment. I'd appreciate knowing what your thoughts are. Until the next one, everyone.